What's up, everybody? This is the SpaceX,
SpaceX IPO is now open.
the SPX SpaceX IPO is open. I wanted to make a recording of this. This is a historical moment. I think it opened around 150 or so. And I just think recording this is epic. I can look back on this and watch the tape, the level two. It's just going to be very, very interesting to see what occurs here, what occurs on this ticker, what occurs in the greater market. So we're sitting on the 1 minute chart here, and I've been thinking that the 135 level, which was the original price that the pre-IPO people got in on, is going to be defended heavily by the institutions. They do not want the price to go below 135. And so if it were to go down there, taking a trade at that point might be a smart move. That being said, I'm an options trader, and the options on these IPOs don't come out for at least a week or two. Uh, so yeah, but I heard the valuation of SpaceX is probably about 95 times earning. So it's richly priced and likely something I'm not going to get involved in until I see the options come out and I see it kind of test support levels, etc., which is kind of my bread and butter trading if you have seen some of my videos. But I just wanted to have this kind of historical record of the opening here, and I'll probably just leave this running. I might just get on with my other work and just kind of leave this running for however long, and it'll be fun to have as a record, not just a static chart, but being able to see the level two in action. So yeah. Let's see here. So far so good. I'm sure there's a lot of manipulation going on, um, in the sense that the people launching this want to keep the price looking nice for the first little bit. It's very interesting to see the low volume here, um, compared to the initial candle. That's kind of interesting. So the broader market is dropping, as you can see from here. So I don't know what that says, but maybe I sell the news on some other stuff. Rotation, perhaps. I've also got some other space related tickers on my watch list, and they are all negative at this point. Rocket Lab's actually down by almost 12%. Okay, well, here comes. Oh, there must be some parties going on right now. Some space themed parties. I think they said there's 4,000 millionaires being created from this IPO. It's pretty sick. So we're looking at 163 as resistance so far. We can bring up some tweets and see what's going on the Twitterverse. So the stock symbol, as you can see, is SPCX. Once again, the biggest IPO in human history, so that's pretty neat. getting reports that the Robinhood app just went down, so that's pretty crazy. That's pretty dodgy. They had some issues with the GME. You got to wonder if it went down or it was taken down or what's going on there. That's some crazy volatility though. It's going to be fun to watch if it breaks 163. I would imagine a sharp pop and a retest. Okay, the ES, as you can see, and the Nasdaq are bouncing off VWAP, that yellow line there. So it looks like if it stays above 163, we have Elon as being the first trillionaire ever in history. So that's another historical piece today. Just opening up the Robinhood app. Not the app, but the Twitter page. Bada boom, bada bang. We can go to the 2-minute now. Hey, that's people making bank. Let's go. Just wow, it's ripping. So again, we opened at like 153. Now it's at 167. Let's look to the 5-minute here. Looking pretty solid on the 5 minutes so far. It's up 30% on the day. $31. Go to 121. What is this? 121 million volume? Is that true? Yeah, that's probably it. Volume 122 million. That's crazy. I'm gonna put this in my main watch list. Yeah, 123 million. The only thing in my watch list that has higher volume is BITO, which is at 141 million, and the bear ticker for the SOXS, which is the semiconductor bear index, and that's sitting at 424 million. So okay, so SpaceX is coming down. It's going to test people's nerves here. I'm guessing, I'm going to guess that 153 is going to be defended. If it even gets down there. Highest we got was 168, almost 169. Up 23% on the day. Getting conflicting numbers here. Mine says it's up 29%, and Twitter is saying 24%. So somewhere in between there. I'm guessing Twitter's probably behind. I get real-time data, so. My New York mug today, which I bought at the thrift store for $5, and I wanted to buy another one. I looked on Amazon, selling for 120 bucks. Oh, I really like my mug. New York mug. So we're seeing a sell-off in the ES and the Qs here. I can only imagine what it's like to be a New York trader in charge of making the price action of SpaceX on its first day look good, defending key levels. I mean, that just puts stress at a whole new level, dude. Some pretty funny comments on Twitter. It's unreal that Elon is a trillionaire, but he put the work in. What do we think? Do we think 168 is the top for the day, or do we think it's going to go to 170? I can't wait till the options are out for this guy. I will be trading those for shizzle. Okay. Okay, New York. You're going to defend 160, you're going to let it slip. I would not let it slip below 160. But it looks like you are. Here we go. It's cracking.
Article out by Fugazi Research says Lost in Space, a narrative launched on hype with a few headline names there.
The short sellers are already moving in with their articles. This is kind of an interesting book I found yesterday. I'm a big fan of the free book libraries we have in our city. So outside people's houses, they have these little miniature houses on a pole, and they put free books in. You can pick up free books. So I picked up this book here, Seven Sisters. A brilliant expose of the greed that rules the world's most precious commodity, oil, the great oil companies, and the world they shaped, by Anthony Sampson. So the Seven Sisters are Exxon, Gulf, Texaco, Mobil, SoCal, and BP, and Shell. And it kind of goes into the history of those oil companies. So I figure that's going to be a good read. And I'm going to read that on the beach this summer and learn a bit more about oil. Speaking of oil, USO, 15-minute. Let's go look at it. So this ultimately I'm going to go with the 60-minute. It's been dropping the last little bit. Whoops, no, it's not what I need to do. So it's been dropping on the hope of a peace deal that Trump was mentioning yesterday and caused a big rip in the markets yesterday. So I think if you go to the 15-minute and look at yesterday, you should see it. Pretty sure this is it here. Oh, my bad. I was I was trading the Qs that went up like vertical, but this was the drop in oil that allowed the Qs to go up. So if you go look at the Qs, this was it here, this big bump here. There's a beautiful little trade there. You can see I was trading the Qs this morning, green day, small green day. And let's go back to SpaceX. Okay, well, we're under 160 now. I'm gonna try and retest 160, probably go a little bit above it, more like testing 161 probably. I mean, the multiple on this is beyond ridiculous. Let's see if we can bring up some info on that. It's gonna take me a while to learn this. SPCX, SpaceX. Shares open at 150. Target price 189. What that means. I use this website called Finviz. It's pretty darn good. Good for looking at short float. Obviously, they're a little short on data today. June 12th, IPO. Sales. 7.3 billion, 7.4 billion shares. Volume 98 million. Change. I don't know how much I trust that data. It says it's 20% above. It's not anymore. 15. Well, it opened at 150, but is that the number people are going to defend? Probably, actually. They don't want that to go lower than 150. We'll stick with the 2 minute. Okay, so a little retest of VWAP, which was 156.4. Kind of a volume that we have now, 158 million shares. So we've officially overtaken BITO as the second most on my watch list. Looks like the ES and the Qs are holding that level. Let's come back up in the range. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, there's a simple trade. You buy at VWAP. Everybody's defending it. You just about make $10 and this hits 166. You just made $10 a share. If you have not heard, I do have a Substack. Let me just get the link for you here. tradermedic.substack.com. It would be awesome if you joined tradermedic.substack.com. And every Sunday, I publish the week ahead market checkup. I also have a link to my course, which would be great. It's now 40% off, so it's listed at 20% off. But if you use this code, you get an extra 20, which total of 40% off. So just $840, and you can click the link there and see that. So I basically have put in everything I ever learned about trading options and stocks. 2 different strategies. I have my option strategy, and I also have my short float strategy, which I usually trade in the pre-market. And I also have access to the Discord for just less than 20 bucks a month, where you can ask me questions directly, and I always answer everybody. It's pretty quiet in there. It's really just a collection of information. But again, if you join, I'll make sure that you have all your questions answered. And the course itself, again, when you press buy now, you can put in that welcome code and welcome 20, and you'll get it just for $840. And anyway, this Substack is completely free, so do subscribe. And I put in a kind of executive summary, geopolitical, macro. We have the index breakdowns, the different what's expected from each index during the week, what sector leadership, how that's working out, what the economic calendar is with the different tiers. It's all free. Market breadth is something that's very important to learn. And then some ETF information for the swing traders. And then towards the bottom, the real juice, some commodity stuff, gold, silver, oil, crypto, always touching base with the crypto heads. And then I have kind of a scenario analysis, some bullish trade ideas, some bearish swing ideas as well. So it really covers day trading and swing. And then we have the Trader Medic prescription with some psychology and some technical information. You know, if you had taken this advice, you would have done very well, because now we're at 718 on the Qs. So we did hold 700, and a little diagnosis and a little closing thoughts. And there's a picture of me, and there's that link to the course again. And if you just press the subscribe button, you'll get all my market checkup weekly newsletter for free. So definitely check that out. And that would be great to see you there. Back to SpaceX 164.90. Let's go. Let's go. I think I'll end the stream when it cracks 170, or in the next 5 minutes, whichever happens first. And we can check back later. But it's definitely a historical moment, and it's going to be very interesting to follow this ticker. Wow, look at the Qs ripping here. I wonder if I should be in a trade here. What's going on? Peace deal? Okay, let me just switch over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Should we do a quick scalp? What are we thinking? 723s? Nah. I don't think we're going to do that. As tempting as it is, this would have been the place to do it. This would have been the place to do it. Don't chase. Don't chase. Number one rule in trading, don't chase. Okay. This looks pretty level, I would say. I'm kind of impressed with how stable this is. Anyway, historical day, and we will be following SpaceX, especially when the options come out. I'm going to be a big fan of SpaceX options, and we're going to trade them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Do sign up for Substack. It's free forever. And yeah, let's make some money together. And I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you at the open on Monday. Let's go.